Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm waiting for my guests over here. I'm waiting for my guests. We got a treat for y'all tonight. You dig? I always like to mix it up, y'all. I always like to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing to do is mix everything up. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody different point of views off, man. But this guy's on our level. Even though we all got different point of views, but we can still be on the same level with different point of views. You dig? So I'm just waiting for my guests over here, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. We're gonna get this session started. You dig? All right, let's get this session started. What's going on, Marlo? Much love to you. We got this, y'all. We got this. I'm waiting. I'm gonna bring my guest on here right now. I'm adding him on here right now. We finna go ahead and do this, y'all. You dig? You know, everybody has a voice. We are the people. People, what's going
Hey, how you
on?
doing? I'm good, brother. How you doing?
All
Can you hear
right.
me?
I hear you very well, my brother.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, tell everybody about yourself, man. Let everybody know. Let's do an introduction of you, brother, man. I'm going to let you take the dance floor right here, my brother.
Okay. Well, my name is Darryl Brooks. I'm out of New Jersey, and I've been in the movement, I guess, for the past, I guess, since the Tea Party movement started in New Jersey, and one of the few popular activists with the Tea Party movement in New Jersey.
All
And
right.
we did a lot of conservative rallies, and matter of fact, it was a Tea Party movement that pushed Trump to where he's at right now, especially in the primary. So
All
I
right.
like to give it to that, yes. And New Jersey has always been a strong movement, conservative Tea Party movement with people like Barbara Gonzalez, Bayshore Tea Party, George Hathaway, Tea Party groups, a lot of groups. And one of the things that's fascinating is being African American and being from the inner city of Trenton, New Jersey. And so I really, I was embraced, and it's been a great thing. I remember if anyone you look up the Trump rally and Millville, um,
Yes.
Trump rally, I was the main speaker at a Trump rally, and it was awesome. It was Middletown, New Jersey. We had a powerful Trump rally. We had about 400 residents from the area
All
come,
right.
and I was the main speaker, and so it's awesome. So it's all about freedom, liberty, and truth and justice.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be that voice, man. You
I'm
know what I'm
proud
saying?
of you. I'm proud of you. You the man.
Thanks,
You the
bro.
man.
Hey, you the man today. Look, we all the man. We all the man. We all the man
We
on here.
all
We
the
all
man.
together,
Yes,
brother.
we are.
I couldn't do it without you. You couldn't do it without me. We couldn't do it without each other, man. We are the
Oh
people.
yeah.
That's
Oh
why I
yeah.
look at it. We all in this together, man. You know? So
Hmm.
you got it, bro. When you how active you are out there up in the New Jersey community? How active you out there? Like explain to people what you really got going on out
Well,
there.
well, we've been having rallies all over the state of New Jersey, Trump rallies, and with conservative Tea Party movement. There's still a lot of people, a lot of Tea Party groups in New Jersey, and it's exciting, and to really get support, especially as I grew up inner city African American. I grew up a Democrat,
Okay.
and a lot of us, well, we all grew up Democrat, and we realized to say that what the Democratic Party was doing to especially the African Americans. I talk a little bit about the on my show, the On Fire show, about
Okay.
and a lot of the conservative groups, Tea Party movement, believe this. When you look at inner cities like Trenton, Camden, Newark, we have the highest dropout rate, the highest crime rate,
Okay.
violence rate. Look at education. You have a lot of our schools in these democratic areas are D minus, rated D minus. You have kids that are graduating from the fourth grade reading level from high school, and so
Wow.
we talk about this, about that. The service workers generation, that these kids, only thing they're capable of doing, I wish we can do more, working at Walmart, Target, and other small jobs. So, the Conservative Party, Tea Party, we've been talking about this, on our show, and it's sad.
So what kind of
Illegal
influence?
immigration,
Okay,
a
legal
lot of
immigration.
issues in New Jersey.
All right, all right. What kind of influence that you bring out? I mean, you explain to me what kind of influence that you bring out to the African American community out in New Jersey. You know, I think everybody
Well,
should,
well,
should hear that.
then one of the things that I've been an activist for like 25 years, Martin Luther King is my hero. So I've been in, one of the things I've been doing Martin Luther King celebrations for the past, I guess, 10, 15 years. And so people know me in the inner city areas. So, you have to
Okay.
have that. I'm one of the ones, I'm a Tea Party, but I always also have that inner city street cred.
All right.
So, it's one of those things where, people want to hear the truth. And, as an activist Tea Party, freedom fighter, I look at some freedom fighter, they want to hear the truth. They want to hear, the ideas that, people were say afraid, oh, Darryl, how could you be a Tea Party and you living in a city, you might get shot, you might get
Right. Right.
evil spoken of. And there are people that say some things, but the idea is that you can't fight truth.
Okay.
You tell the truth and people accept it and they see it. And a lot of African Americans in the cities, they're starting to wonder, like, you know, we've been supporting the Democratic Party for years, and,
Yes.
and where are we? Where are we at? With bad education, no job, more violence, kids
Right.
dropping out of school, and it's sad.
We
So
ain't lying.
that's one of the things. That's one of the things that once you talk truth to power, they will accept it. And if a lot of people don't, and mainly it's the politicians that, the
Okay.
left wing progressive politicians, they don't want to hear it,
Right.
but the people want to hear it.
Yes. The
And
people. The
the
people.
people, yeah. And one of the things about during the Trump campaign, there were a lot of African Americans, especially the older ones, people, I guess,
Yes.
40, 50, 60s, a lot of them was supporting Trump. And there were a lot of women, especially African American women in New Jersey and parts of New Jersey, and especially Philadelphia, says, I can't trust Hillary Clinton.
Okay. I got a
She's not the
question.
one. Yeah.
I got a question. Okay. Like myself, I feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to be arrogant about it and I just tell the truth. I feel that I am a threat to the African American community. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about us as being black conservatives that are a threat to the African American community according to the white liberals?
Well, I don't look at that. To me, we're not a threat to the African American community. We're a threat to the African American politics, the Democrats. We're more a threat to them because they want to hear, they want to keep
Okay.
the same thing going. And so the people, I mean, it's the people that are struggling. You know, let's say, for instance, a lot of African American communities, when I talk to, whether you're young or old, um, uh, they don't support illegal immigration, but
Okay.
uh, they vote for politicians that do support sanctuary cities, and
Yes.
so also gay marriage is one of the issues. A lot of
Amen.
African American community people, they don't support gay marriage, but they support the politicians that
Right.
support gay marriage. You
Yes.
know, Obama supported gay marriage, and a lot of, he lost a lot of credibility, in, especially some middle class and working class African Americans, and a lot of the brothers in the barbershop. I don't support that. I don't,
Okay.
So there's so many different things, where people in the inner city areas, they don't support, but the politicians support it, the Democratic
Yes.
politicians. And that's why if you ever watch MSNBC, CNN, they will
Right.
not go to the people and ask the people the question. They'll have these political pundits, they have all these politicians on, and oh,
Yes.
well, the people, they support this, when the people really don't support it. But it's
Right.
like the Democrat and Republican, and because the Republican is somewhat weak in these inner city areas, they have to go
Word.
with the Democratic politician.
Right. Right. You know, like I like what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like we are a like threat to like to the it's like to society, you know what I'm saying, to things going on, you know what I'm saying. We are the free thinkers. That's, I mean, we are the chosen one. Many are called, a few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones, we are that voice, you know what I'm saying? But as us being the voice, we have to be that people before we be that voice, you know. And I would say about us being a threat to the African American community. Let me rephrase that. You know what I'm saying? I feel we are a threat to the free stuff that's in the way. The free stuff that's in the way. You know what I'm saying? We're a threat to stopping this. We're a threat to like really like exposing the African American community. What's going on out there? We are a threat to exposing the Democratic plan. You know what I'm saying? The liberals, because black people, black Democrats are not liberals. We are the ones exposing the liberals. We are the ones that exposing, you know what I'm saying, exposing liberalism. You know. So
and when it comes to, you know, definitely the white liberalism left, you know, they you know, for me, you know, one of the things I don't people know, I'm banned from Princeton University. They banned me from the liberal university.
Out of here.
Oh yeah, I'm banned. So, but one of the things, the liberal left, the liberal left has done a hell of a job in destroying inner city areas and the politicians. And one thing I tell about the politicians is like the black politicians, their power is predicated on the white democratic liberal structure, power system.
Amen.
So whatever the liberals say, you know, they have to go with it because the liberals have the money, they're progressives, they're pushing their liberal agenda onto the inner cities, but a lot of people don't want it. For instance, gun control. You know, a lot of inner cities, especially African Americans, they believe in having a gun in their house. They believe in having a gun to protect themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature to protect yourself. It's human nature. But the inner cities, you know, but the liberal politics say, listen, you know, you don't need a gun. You know, you don't need to go out and get a gun license. The cops will be there. They will protect you. You know, no. By the time the cops get there, you know, you dead, your children dead, your property is gone. And so the idea is that, you know, they think, well, you know, how do we stop gun violence? Well, you stop gun violence by protecting, you know, your property, yourself, your family, in your house. That's human nature. You know, that's the human natural thing. But the left has said, well, you don't need a gun. Take the gun from you. You don't need. Oh, give up your gun. Give us $200 for your gun. You know, you'll be all right. No.
Is that a Hitler mentality?
Huh?
Is that a Hitler mentality? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But the idea is that we have to, as African Americans, we have to teach inner city African Americans the Constitution. They need to know the Constitution. They need to know their rights. They need to know what's really happening and as them as a people. Like I said, my grandmother had a gun down in St. Mary's, Georgia. Uncles, they had guns. My grandma had a rifle, 2 rifles in her house. And, you know, 70 years old, had that rifle. Anything happened, you know, she knew what to do. So it was about protecting your family. And, you know, and there are Democrats, African-American Democrats in the South who believe in right to bear arms, the Second Amendment. And so the idea is that there's different areas on according what people believe around the country. And you know, and even in the Northeast, you know, they say, oh, Martin Luther King, he believed in nonviolence. Okay, he believed in nonviolence, but he also tried to, in Alabama, tried to get his gun license, and they told him no.
Sure.
You know, Martin Luther King. I had this group called protecting him were the Deacons of Defense.
Y'all hear this?
They had guns.
Y'all hear this?
They had guns. Yeah. So, you know, Martin Luther King, he was believing nonviolence, but he also believed in protecting his family. In his house. Yeah.
Well, it goes back to our Second Amendment right here. We have the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? But liberalism, the word liberal, they don't sit up there and stand up for the word liberal. They don't know the real definition of the word liberal. They don't go by the real word of liberal. You know what I'm saying? They just lukewarm liberals. If they really liberals, they will respect everybody's rights. They will respect America. They were liberals.
Yeah, they were also they respected.
They don't go by the definition.
Well, they're liberal let me just say this. A friend of mine in church, he's from Texas. And he's studying at Princeton Seminary. and African American brother, and he was like, his professor told him the best you're going to get out of my class was a C. Now,
Yeah.
here's a white liberal professor told him this,
Okay.
right? And we were talking about. He said, Darryl, they're liberals, but they're liberals they're not liberals when it comes to African Americans. They're liberal when it
Ooh.
comes to gay rights. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Second Amendment rights. But when it comes to
Ooh.
African Americans, the
Come
whole
on.
liberal thing is out the door.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah,
Come on.
and that's what they believe, and
That's what I've been saying. Come on.
it's brother. What I'm saying, it is serious, and so what conservatives need to do, and more are trying to do it, is listen. This is what we believe in. This is the agenda, and I think this is a pretty good agenda you should accept. And one of the things is that you just have to get more people to understand the Constitution, get more people to understand. Stop listening to MSNBC, stop listening to CNN.
Come on.
Listen to your show, watch your show.
Yep.
Watch my show, watch other people that's guys like us who are serious about the truth. It's all
Real
about
news.
truth. Yeah, real news, not fake news. Hillary was fake news, and that's why she lost.
Don't get me started on that heifer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't, don't get me started on that little heifer right there, right there. The 33 hours. She's under investigation right now. Looking at Handy, she's under investigation right now, and it's supposed to be. I won't believe it till I see it. It's supposed to be exposing her right now. It's supposed to be.
And we need, Martin Luther King is my hero, and he quoted this, and we need to be this way. And the liberals should learn from Martin Luther King. King said that we're all caught up in this great inescapable networking mutuality tied in the single garment of destiny. And whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly, and that I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. And you can never be what you ought to be unless I am what I ought to be. Then he quotes the poet John Donne that says, no man is an island. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. Then he goes on to say that any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind. Therefore, never send to know whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. This is about America, the strength of America, and we all must come together and get along. And that's what the liberals will not do. When Trump won the election, these liberals, they just went crazy. Like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. The world's about to end. Oh my God, wars are going to start. Trump is going to start World War III. And I told this one girl, at my job, she came to my job, and she was just at my job talking, and she was a liberal, far left liberal. So she said, Darryl, I said, I like Trump. I support Trump. Well, how could you support Trump? He's a racist. He is also, he's going to start World War III with North Korea. He don't like black people. Well, I said, okay, well, he's the worst president in history. I mean, he's the worst, not in the 21st century, the 20th century, but in history. So I said, this man has been in office for 4 months. He's the worst president in history. And he's the worst president for black folks. Well, I asked him, well, how about how about the 94 Clinton bill, the 94 crime bill that Clinton put together where millions of black people went to jail because Bill Clinton put the 94 bill. Well, how about, when you look at the George Bush and Obama, wars, unjust wars. I mean,
come on.
Trump is not trying. Yeah, unjust wars.
Come on.
I tell people this: under Bush and Obama, 1 million people died. 1 million people have killed for no lie for a lie. Then I talked about, well, let's look at do you know anything about what Clinton did? What Obama did. Then I went back. I said, well, do you know about Woodrow Wilson, who was a Democrat, a progressive, and the stuff he did. You know what I mean? It's just amazing how all these left young people don't know history. And then they say, well, this guy is the worst president in history. The worst president in history. He's been in office 4 or 5 months. How can you be the worst president in history? Woodrow Wilson probably is the worst president in history. The stuff he
Brother
did,
Darryl.
that progressive left, Princeton University, straight racist. And this is why a president can't, this is why if you come from New Jersey, you can't win presidency because of Woodrow Wilson probably.
Ooh, brother
Yeah.
Darryl, you are telling the truth, man. You
Thank you.
They don't like the truth, brother.
No, you can't, like Dr. King's, you can't, when it comes to truth, you can't hide the truth. You can't battle the truth because truth is everlasting.
Yes.
And what Dr. King said, darkness cannot put out darkness, only light can put out darkness. And if you're a part of that light, you can put out the darkness. But, you can't battle truth, because truth is going to be there, always.
What do you think Dr. Martin Luther King will be saying right now to these pro-black activists right now, these pro-black people right now at the NAACP? What would Dr. Martin Luther King will say about the people right now? I'm just saying.
Dr. King talked about white supremacy was wrong, and also black supremacy was wrong. And so we're in a 2018 now where he said that we're all, he said that back in the 60s, that we're all caught up in this we all are part of one people, and we all part of one world. Martin Luther King brought in 68 before he was assassinated, and hey, Martin Luther King was killed under a Democratic president, Lyndon B. Johnson. You remember that. You got to remember that.
I will have them niggas voting the next 200 years.
Years, yeah. So the idea was, King brought people together, both black and white, young and old. And so King would probably be definitely upset because while we're focusing on the politics and when we have so many difficulties in our own community that we need to be dealing with, we have poverty, uneducation. We have kids that are uneducated. We have poverty. We have the crazy video games, the crazy television shows, the immorality. It's all these things that we should be focusing on, and the politicians should be focusing on, but they want to focus on Trump. They want to destroy Trump. They don't want to just beat Trump. They want to destroy the man. Lock him up. He's the worst president in history. And when you've seen some of the cartoons that are out, some of the comedians had a Trump head and bloodied. I mean, it's politics. I mean, why are you, doing so? Why are you acting this way? Why are you just want to say this man is complete evil?
That should have been the way with Obama, if anything. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, and the idea, Obama. For me, I remember voting for Obama in 2008. And I didn't vote for him after that. I drank the lemonade, the Kool-Aid. I drank the Kool-Aid. Yep. And after that, and I was like, listen, man, he's no different than any other politician.
That's right.
But the idea was, Obama is, one of the things I do like about Obama, I ain't gonna just be honest, he deported more illegal immigrants than any president in history.
Hey, that's what I liked about him. I can't lie
either. 5 million illegal immigrants he's deported.
But they don't want to talk about that.
The liberal left will not talk about that.
Woo!
The liberal left, they won't say, but they won't talk about that.
Oh, you ain't lying, dude. You ain't lying.
They won't talk about that. But they won't talk about that. Yeah.
Oh,
so it's interesting. It's interesting. About things and what's happening across the country. One of the things is that, with the legal immigration problem, we have terrorism problem. We have so many problems that America has to deal with. And to say that our president, is mentally unfit to be president, they said the same thing about Reagan. So, and they said that about, Reagan in the 80s. And I'm like, come on, man, this guy is a billionaire. He's strong for the economy. The economy is doing well. This guy is a strong leader, and everybody's going to have their problems. He's not a natural politician. Everybody's going to have their problems. There's no politician, no president has ever been perfect, and because we don't live in a perfect society. But he does want to make America great again. And that's what it's all about, making America great.
Amen. Make America great again.
And we need that. I mean, that's so simple. You know,
Yes.
I mean, they say, well, Darryl, that's a make America great again. That's just a slogan. Well, what was Obama's? You know, yes, we can. Well, I'm okay. Yes, we can do what? Change we can
What?
believe in. Yeah, change we can believe in. You know, and change. You know, that was Bill Clinton's slogan, change.
Hmm.
So they all do that, and they all play political game, but it's about Americans, and I have no problem. And a lot of people, a lot of Americans, especially African Americans, they don't see no problem. It's about us. This is our
Yes.
country. We're
Ours.
here legally, and and we talk about legal immigration. What would you do if me and you walked over Canada? What do you think they would do to us?
Huh?
We can't. They'll lock us up and send us back.
One of my great friends got locked up for 2 weeks. He married a wife out there. He's good to hear Christian knew. He do ministry down there. They locked him up. That caused his marriage right there. That caused
Yeah,
his marriage.
yeah. And so is something wrong with us being protecting us as a people, as citizens, as a country? Because we
Yes.
don't know, because there are terrorists out there who want to really destroy America, who want to bomb our cities, and that's one of the
Amen.
things. Me and this guy Steve Martino wrote Enhanced Interrogation.
Right.
It's about torture. Yeah, it's a short film, and it's about torture and terrorism in America. And the idea is this woman she's coming from Syria, and she wants to come destroy an American city on the anniversary of 9/11. So we wrote about it, and the idea is, should you torture a terrorist or not? And we have a Trump-like president, and we have individuals who are from the left and from the right. But the idea is, someone comes to your country and want to destroy a city, should you enhance interrogation? Should you do
Yes.
what you have to do as a president, as a people, to find out where is this bomb at? Where is this going to save the American people? And
Amen.
and yes, you should. And so, we're shooting the movie probably in the next 4 months, and we're raising money. So, if they can, I guess I sent you the link, if they can look at your page and people can support it and donate and do whatever, that'd be awesome. But we're out here trying to speak truth, truth to power, and we will win. We have won, and we're going to do some great things in the future. And now we're doing great things. More people, especially, are watching Facebook Lives, just like yourself, African Americans like myself. They're watching us. They're hearing the
Yes.
truth, and more African Americans are starting to say, "Well, Trump isn't that bad."
All right. Thanks
I
for
don't
coming on.
know.
Before we go, let everybody know your information, where they can reach you at. You know what I'm saying? This is a powerful brother right here. You know what I'm saying? Give everybody information where they can go ahead and follow you at.
Well, if you want to go to my show, it's called the On Fire Show, and that's on the Facebook Live On Fire Show. And also, if you want to support the movie, you can. Enhanced Interrogation. We have the short film, and it's exciting, and it's about the truth, and you can win with truth no matter what.
Amen.
Yeah. And I just thank you for this opportunity, my brother.
Hey, I'm
It's
gonna have you back on real soon. You'll
you
come
got to
on
have me
very
on, man.
soon.
It's a lot of things that we can talk about. It's a
Yes.
lot of issues. And are you going to have can you link? Are you going to link my show or the movie to your page or something so people can
Yes,
see
I'm gonna do
or
that. I'm
go
gonna do
to it?
that momentarily, and after that, I'm gonna download and put this on YouTube. I'm gonna put this video on my YouTube channel, so y'all can also see the
Okay.
video on
And
my
and
YouTube channel.
and I want to say that you know we have to stick together as
Yes.
conservatives, as political activists, as supporters
Yes.
of truth, because the enemy is coming back. The enemy is the liberal left. They're upset. They're angry, and they're going to come after everybody who speaks truth, who's going to speak about, especially who supports Donald Trump, who supports the conservative movement, the Second Amendment movement, and the Tea Party movement. They're coming. They're coming. I mean, you saw it on the Golden Globes. You
Yes.
saw what Oprah was talking about. I mean, they're ready and they're going to be fighting. And, we have to be strong and understand what's happening to America, brothers like you and me.
Amen.
So I thank you, brother. I thank
All
you.
right, brother.
This has been a great opportunity. And I saw you. I said that's an iced tea brother right there. I said like,
I ain't called IT a lot.
I said,
Yeah, I love it.
I thought that was iced tea for a minute. I was like, yeah.
All right, my brother. Hey, I'm gonna have you on very soon, man. We gonna
Thanks,
chop it up,
brother.
brother.
You the man. You the man.
All
Spike
right.
Lee used to say, "You the man. You the man."
Much love, brother. See ya.
See ya.